What is going on, people? Leo here from Creative Tech Lab, and today we're talking about something a little bit different. Today we're talking about the new iPhone 11 Pro that just dropped. I was kind of excited, then not excited. What we're going to talk about why. We're going to talk about how Filmic Pro came in and totally changed my mind and made me want to go ahead and order the new iPhone 11 Pro. So let's get into it. But first and foremost, welcome to Creative Tech Lab. My name is Leo. This is the YouTube channel to accompany our website, creativetechlab.com, where we do talk about all things creative, including audio engineering, videography, music production, all that good stuff. Right now, we talk a lot about run and gun videography. I've done a lot of videos around the Sony RX100. However, the iPhone probably was my first main camera that I ever used extensively, particularly along with iMovie to edit little videos here or there. Ever since video was introduced into the iPhone cameras with the 3GS, that's when I finally made the switch over from Nokia's, which I felt like had decent video. That's when I made the switch over from Nokia over to the iPhone. I've been shooting videos on my iPhone ever since. Again, like my first videos that I ever shot that like just for friends and family and stuff was on an iPhone using iMovie. I've done a video before, I'll link up here, about using iMovie trailers to make epic family videos. Your family will think you're a genius, especially with the scores and all that stuff going on there. But I've always used it as my main camera. I was a big shot on iPhone person. Background updated. Again, I was watching the Apple Live event. That's why there was that little distraction back here in the background. So then, as I've told the story multiple times, last year, I got the Sony RX100. I wanted something that was still mobile. I didn't want to be fiddling around with lenses and stuff. Till now, I'm waiting for the Sony A7S, whatever it's going to be, to come out. But even when I had the Sony RX100 on these trips or just walking around and stuff, my iPhone would be either my second camera, and a lot of times it'd actually be my first camera because it's the camera that you have always with you. And I know that's a stereotype that a lot of people tell, like the best camera you have is the camera that's with you, but it's 100% true. If something's happening real quick and I want to grab it, especially with kids and stuff, you just want to capture them in their moment. You're not trying to grab something to set it up, or if you just want to share it real quick. So I've always been interested in what the video update is going to be for every single iPhone. But this year, it's not like it was back in the day. All the rumor sites probably get it right with all the leaks and everything that comes out. So this year, I was probably like, you know what? I could skip this iPhone because next year is supposed to be new screen, different cameras again, all this good stuff or whatever. The camera was a big thing that was supposed to be updated, so I was mildly intrigued, but not like ready to get the phone. So then they did the announcement for the iPhone 11, and the best word to describe the way I was feeling was meh. Meh. A good old meh. I was just like, yeah, definitely not doing it. Maybe, probably not. Meh. I don't feel any way moved to switch from my current iPhone XS to go over to the iPhone 11. She did the stuff with the dual cameras and the pro video and what was shot on that. I was like, meh. However, once it is that they were done announcing this iPhone 11, the homie Phil came out. And for anybody that doesn't watch too many iPhone announcements, Phil is the head of marketing. Phil comes out and Phil says, we have something else for you guys. We have the iPhone Pro. And that's when I realized, oh yeah, it's supposed to be triple cameras. It's supposed to be this. I'm like, okay, I'm a little bit interested. Please, Phil, tell me a little bit more. He starts talking about the pro grade features in the camera from a stills perspective. And I start saying, I'm gone from a meh to I'm a little intrigued. I'm intrigued. I want to see what you have to say just a little bit more, but this might be a little bit better than what they just announced in the iPhone 11. Okay, Phil, you have me going here. They show the capabilities of the camera and I'm like, okay, this is looking a little bit better. This may be worth the upgrade, maybe just from a video enthusiast standpoint. But then, if you ever seen an Apple update, you always have the part where it is whatever category they're in, they normally bring somebody else from another company that does apps for that specific company. This particular time, they just so happened to bring somebody out from Filmic Pro. Now, if there's any of you that's watching this that don't know what Filmic Pro is, what it is that I got into this whole videography rabbit hole, particularly last year, of shooting video and learning how to shoot in manual and not just shooting auto. So Filmic Pro is basically an application that gives you pro grade level features in your camera. So instead of everything being on automatic, you're in full control of everything that you would be like you would with a pro grade camera. So that goes everything from your aperture, your shutter speed to your ISO. And it also gives you some log type profiles, which is not like full on like saying it's more dynamic range than you would get with the camera, but it's using some of that HDR capabilities of the camera and taking advantage of the processors and probably stitching together multiple videos or multiple exposures and giving you a flatter profile. So I definitely use it for that. And I try and shoot most all of my videos, at least whatever second scenes that I'm doing. Like even for this last video that I'm editing now from Bali, anything that I had to take on an iPhone was shot using Filmic Pro for that reason. So when it is that they brought the Filmic Pro team out, I was very, very intrigued at this point. And they went in on what I thought were some dope features. I think the main thing that made me said, okay, yes, definitely go ahead and get this camera was with the triple camera system giving you a wide, a ultra wide, and a zoom. The new Filmic Pro application can have you stand in one point, in one place at one focal length and multi-camera capture at least 2 images, and sometimes if you wanted to, it could capture somebody with the front side lens if you want to do an interview style camera. That is some pretty powerful stuff using the processor that is built into the phone, because one of the things that I like about the RX100 Mark 6 and now Mark 7 so much is that the 24 to 200 zoom range, you're able to just stand when you are and get multiple, so you could go wide, medium, tight, ultra tight, all from where you're standing and not have to move around too much, especially when you're traveling. That's a huge deal. If you're in a tight space or whatever, that's a big deal. So the fact that they have punched this into a phone, but not only punch it into a phone, the fact that you're standing there and you're doing it in real time. So whatever you're capturing, you could capture it at wide and then punch in and then just choose. I am super intrigued to see what that looks like. So iPhone sales pre-orders start on Friday. I'll be pre-ordering it on Friday. I'll probably get it the next Friday, and then I'll probably spend that weekend shooting a ton of video and have a video out for you guys that following week. So again, iPhones have always been cool. This year I thought we're probably going to skip, but Filmic Pro definitely came in and changed the entire perspective that I had on that entire keynote, because again, I thought this was going to be definitely one of those I could skip it type years. Filmic Pro, shout out to you and your team and your engineering team or whatever it is that you're working with, Apple. Salute. You guys just sold an iPhone. Tell Tim Cook they owe you a commission. So that's it for today's video. I just kind of wanted to alert anybody else that's in the realm of videos that I shoot that Filmic Pro definitely changed the game, because if you didn't tune in to the Apple event, I don't know how many people are geeks like I am that actually tunes in. You may or may not have realized that this Pro feature will be in the next iPhone, which to me, again, was a game changer in terms of what I thought the phone is gonna be like, or whether or not I should get the phone. So hopefully this helps you make a decision or changes your mind, or maybe I actually just helped you spend more money than you wanted to, or you have a new tool at your dispense that you're able to use and create more awesome content, because this is what this whole thing is about, is being able to create awesome content, particularly with something just like a phone. I think that's the best thing in the world, or a small camera like what I shoot on right now. So again, I'll be searching for update plans to go ahead and update my new phone, and I'll give you guys an update on my update whenever I update it. Go figure. Anyway, also look out in the next few days. I should be dropping an epic B-roll segment that was shot on the RX100. I tried to mimic one of those videos like you saw the homie James Matthews or Daniel Schiffer. So that should be coming out soon, as well as a bunch of other content around the RX100 and some home studio stuff as well. So I will catch you in the next one. Definitely go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button. You will not be disappointed, and I will catch you in the next one. Deuces.